companies that you listen to podcasts. If you didn't, well, thanks for listening anyway. Have a nice day. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Until then, stay bad.
Who's bad?
The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence in consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor. There you go.
I was going to tell them to stay bad.
Go ahead.
You always tell them to stay bad. I want to tell
You
them.
can say it. Say it.
I want to say it.
Say it.
You just already said it.
Say it again.
Hey, stay bad.
There you go.
So it didn't feel good. I didn't feel authentic.
Oh, you gotta
I
work
didn't
on
feel like, you're like, I didn't stay bad. And I was like, wait, I like to say things. But I don't have to say things because you already said them. So thank you for saying the things.
So stay bad.
Stay bad.
Stay bad, bitches.
Awful ever since, but this secular tailwind is not going away. Listen, the stock has been awful, but I think you got to step in and trade it here.
Steve Grasso, your take on Penn.
I'm going to say faded. I'll take the other side of that. It hasn't been below its 200-day moving average since back in May 2020. Basically, this is the bullseye for what the market is shedding right now. High multiple stocks, high growth stocks. This is one I think you have to fade.
All right. Still ahead, we've got your setup for tomorrow. Disney on deck with earnings while when options traders betting it might not be happily ever after for this stock. Plus, our traders are breaking out their buy-sell list as we gear up for tomorrow's open. The key names we are watching. Stay with us. Facts back in 2. Welcome back to Fast Money. Disney falling 2% today as the company gears up for earnings tomorrow. Let's bring in Mike Coe with the option setup ahead of the big report. Mike, what'd you see?
Yeah, so taking a look at Disney options today, we saw calls outpacing puts by about 1.5 to 1. That might normally seem bullish, but actually that has averaged more than 2 to 1 over the last 20 days, so somewhat less bullish there. And right now the options market's implying a move of about 4.5%. That's somewhat more than the 3.4% that the stock has averaged over the last 8 quarters. And interestingly, the most active options were actually the June 180 puts. Over 7,000 of those traded for an average price of about $7.10. Of course, the stock. So ultimately, they were paying closer to $8.60 for those, and buyers of those puts are obviously betting that the stock is going to fall after earnings and over the course of the next few weeks and could fall 3.5%, 4% or more over that time span.
But the forward P is call for you the streaming side of the business, which is obviously the high growth but smaller part, or sort of the reopen side of the business, parks, etc.
I think the streaming side of the business is the part that gives more support to the stock. And again, there's a lot to talk about. They're going to talk about 14 to 16 billion in content spend between now and 2024, with probably 10 billion of that going to Disney Plus, possibly where they could be folding in Hulu and 100% ownership of that asset, where Star is a big part of it. So I just think they're going to focus on their content. Content is king. I think they overshot to the downside on parks. I think they got maybe too much of a boost on the opening from that. I want to hear the streaming. That's been the driver for the stock's valuation.
What do you think of the valuation, Karen, in this environment?
Well, to Tim's point, it's sort of interesting. If these were two standalone companies, right, the streaming and then the parks, all the super sensitive reopen trade. So I think what's happened is that streaming has traded down a lot, right, because I think the parks trade would have gone berserk. Hotel, cruises, parks, obviously. And so I think the streaming part has actually traded down. Is it a bargain? I don't know, but I mean, it is a premier name for sure. It's not crazy valuation. It is not. Even in with rates going up and potential multiples coming down, it's not a crazy valuation here.
All right. Mike Coe, thank you for that. For more options action, be sure to tune into the full show. That is Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming up, after today's sea of red on Wall Street, what is in store for Thursday? The traders will tell us how they are setting up after one of the worst market sessions in months. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Here's a sneak peek at the Kramer Cam. Jim is sitting down with the CEO of Norton LifeLock, one of the few tech stocks seeing gains this week. Catch that full interview top of the hour on Mad Money. Well, it was a red day on Wall Street. All three major indices falling hard. The Dow dropping nearly 700 points. Its worst day since January. So following a big sell-off like today's, what are you looking for tomorrow? Guy, what's on your watch list?
Obviously, the resource trade, Steve talks about it all the time. When the market goes down like this, 75% of the stocks go with it. Well, today the resource trade gave it up. Big morning to the upside, gave it all back in the afternoon. I'm watching names like U.S. Steel, CLF, Freeport-McMoran, see if they get off the mat tomorrow and continue their moves higher.
Was this a buying opportunity, Tim?
I think so. And again, my buy list would be somewhat similar in that I would be looking at industrial companies that have strong valuations and have great tailwinds. I would be talking about auto companies, Ford and GM. I would be talking about all services. If those are not rallying and those are getting thrown out, it's a broader risk off. So yeah, Guy's right to be sniffing out trades that should work with today's inflation numbers. If they're not, maybe it's, they've had big runs. And again, maybe it's time to take something off. But I'm not going to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, Steve, what are you watching to tell you that the market trend is still higher and that the trades you're in are still good buys, or maybe there's some indicators that'll tell you that it's time to throw in the towel, so to speak, or trim some risk?
The S&P cash, I'm looking at that level, the 50-day moving average of 40.50 in the S&P cash. We tested it today at 354 to be exact in the afternoon, 6 minutes before the bell. If that level holds, I think you're going to see an end to this blanket selling, and you can get back into those names that we talked about in the earlier in the show, the value names, the industrials, the financials, energy names. I think you're in value, but the S&P cash has to hold. You're going to see the blanket selling again tomorrow.
Karen, what are you watching?
So a couple things, the VIX, and if we have a big whoosh tomorrow, I would be a seller of S&P puts. It's painful and hard to do, but north of 30, I would be a seller. I was a buyer on the close today of Facebook and Google. When you asked today, is this a buying opportunity? I think it is. It could be a much better buying opportunity tomorrow. That certainly could happen. It happens to me all the time and too early. But I'd actually rather have that because that would allow me to buy things that down the road I would be happy owning. If we have up big tomorrow, I'll make some money, but I won't be able to add things that I'll make money on down the road. So, Facebook, Alphabet.
Guy, Steve's chart before was a 10-year yield. So in terms of levels for tomorrow, we're really close to 174, which was that level in March that caused a lot of. Does that have more significance this time around, breaking that level or going to that level?
Yeah, I think it does. I think Steve's right to point it out. 133 TLT if you're playing the home game, if you're using that as the metric. Absolutely. By the way, I'm with Steve. I thought we should have taken it out given the numbers today, but maybe it's just the lag effect, and maybe you saw some sort of absurd flight to quality in the form of bonds that kept them from going through 175. That said, if you're looking for a flight to quality in bonds, I think you're looking in the wrong places. It's like that Garth Brooks song.
I was just thinking that. No, I wasn't.
I know you were.
Coming up, final trades. Time for the final trade. Let's go around the horn. Tim Seymour.
Yeah, again, Ford Motor Company, we just had great numbers. We know all about their chip shortage and the impact that's had on the stock. The fundamentals are great otherwise, and that's the name I want to buy on more weakness.
Steve Grosso.
Sonos beat and raised. I'm still long it, going higher.
Karen Feinerman.
Yeah, going home again with the girl that brought me, Google.
Guy Adami.
Terry Duffy, stud, CME, 52-week high, and with a whisper of the January 2020 all-time high, CME goes higher from here.
Yeah, and we know he's watching. Hey, Terry. Thanks for watching Fast. See you back here tomorrow at 5. Mad Money with Jim Cramer starts right now.
What was that?
I said, I'm hearing all these voices all the time.
What voices are they?
It's about testing.
What voices are you hearing all the
I
time?
get constant. I'm always hearing voices.
You're always hearing voices. That's a bit worrying, that,
I
isn't it?
live on my own. Sometimes I go 2-3 days without.
What about hearing a voice? Or?
No, I hear the voices all day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm constantly talking to myself and answering myself, arguing with myself, agreeing with myself.
Well, talking to yourself is the first sign of madness. Answering yourself means you just confirm the fact that you're mad.
Yeah, listen, I've got a certificate to say I'm alright. They let me out.
Did they?
Yeah, you ain't.
No.
Exactly. So lots of people haven't been assessed, you see. I've been assessed. Said, yeah, you was a bit poorly, but now we're letting you out. You're okay. Or did I just tell them that? What they wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
That's what you got to do, mate. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. How you been?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Delivering food to the nation, as you normal.
Yeah, well, I've been
giving cooking tips as well.
Have you?
Yeah, delivered some salmon. They wanted the chili ones, the sweet chili sauce ones.
Right.
And they said, I don't like them because they've been substituted for ordinary salmon fillets. Yeah.
Oh, they wanted the chili ones.
They wanted the chili ones, and
they
didn't have the chili ones, so they substituted it for ordinary salmon fillets. And I said, well, why don't you just buy chili sauce?
Yeah.
And you just stick it in the microwave, and because they sell chili sauce to put on them. Oh, do they? So, giving cooking tips out as well.
Same as butter. If you like garlic butter, just buy cloves of garlic, chop it all up,
and put it in the bar.
Put it in and then just nuke it.
Yeah.
Nuke it all melts down. And that's anyway.
Cooking tips from Cab Chat.
Well, we've got a young lady to do that, but that's that qualm. Isn't it?
We haven't got how many contributions this week, though.
It's a busy week out there.
Yeah.
It's been a strange week.
Bank holiday on Monday.
Yeah.
Did you do anything?
I can't remember. I've slept since then.
Have you?
What was... I can't... Yeah, that's right. Sunday I went over to my mate's place.
You got mates?
Yeah, I got one other than you.
Oh, right.
Although I noticed the door was locked today. Why'd you try and lock me out?
Oh, yeah.
I managed to get in.
Yeah.
So that was it. I didn't really do nothing really. I just went Sunday. Lockdown's semi-finishing up, isn't it? So just looking forward to that.
Raves in Liverpool and Manchester. 5,000 people there, but you can still only have 15 people at a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange.
It's strange that the pubs are going to open up on the 17th of May.
But the pubs, I'm already seeing the pubs open, but they're outside.
They're outside, yeah. They're all crunched together.
Yeah. So the pubs aren't technically open.
Well, you can't go inside. You can go inside to use the toilet and to order a drink, but you're not allowed to carry it outside yourself.
Right.
It's only safe if the barmaid does that. If you carry the drink out yourself, the barmaid or barman or bar person, politically correct.
Yes. Politically correct.
Unless, of course, you identify as a saucepan, but let's not go there. But it's only safe if the bar person brings the drink out for you.
Okay.
Yeah? If you carry the drink out yourself, there's a chance that you may catch coronavirus.
Right. What about...
Well, that's the only logical reason that you can't bring your own drink out.
What, walking through the air?
But you've got to be carrying the drink. If you walk through without a drink, you're safe.
Yeah, because if you go to the toilet.
But bar people are immune to catching it. They can carry the stuff out for the alcohol out for you.
So they could actually contract it in there and bring it out to you.
Yeah, and also like the coronavirus, because when they decided with the science, didn't they, that it only came out after 10 o'clock at night. So that's why they put the curfew on pubs at 10 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night.
I can't understand. You're going to have these tests and all, and they ram this thing right up your nose.
Yeah.
And then they use it.
You're supposed to stick it in your throat
or
first.
down your throat. Yeah, not the same bit.
Yeah, it is the same bit. You stick it in your throat first, and then you stick it up your nose. But that's why you don't stick it up your nose first and then down your throat.
Right. Well, anyway, but you have to go to the outer the right recesses of your nose part, and the right back of where the cockalockle thingy grows or whatever it is. Right. So they need all this before they can check it. So like nearly, causing your nosebleeds or throat.
Yeah.
But this virus is so contagious, you've got to have a mask on.
Yeah.
But it's hiding all there. Surely you can just spit or breathe on the test bit, or just lick it if it's that contagious.
Yeah.
But people have been doing these tests.
If you want to have a laugh, just go to a shopping centre and sneeze. Watch everyone scatter.
I'm at a shopping centre. Oh.
Yeah. Shops are open now, aren't they? Essential shops.
Essential. Yeah, I
think everyone classes themselves as an essential shop.
Well, I've just been using supermarkets. I really, other than everything is closed down, I really haven't noticed much difference, because normally when I get up, the shops are closed anyway.
Are we going to start the show anyway?
Oh yeah, we're doing a show, aren't we?
yeah, forgot about that, didn't you? Are you going to start here this week? Have you been practising?
No, I still ain't practised. As I said, I've only been talking to myself.
Yeah.
So
well, you could have practised talking to yourself, and you could have given yourself critique, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm too critical of myself anyway.
Too critical of yourself?
Yeah, too critical. Yeah. Do you know some silly words? Like that? That's one of them, isn't it? It doesn't look like it's how it is.
Right.
I get this all the time. So yeah, let's start the show. Welcome to Camp Show.
Is that it?
So listen,
yeah, a bit like welcome to Camp Show.
Yeah. Here we go. Another one.
Yeah, another week. Another show.
Well, it's certainly packed today, is it? What we got?
Well, what we got today? I don't know.
Do the intro, Jay, then we'll start cracking. Anyway.
You want me to do the intro, do you? I'm going to have to find it now, aren't I?
Well, it's, by the way,
go on.
Just to interject, this will be going out Monday. One today is out. I know, but isn't that weird how we're going to be talking now about what's already happened?
Yeah.
The Camp Show. Oh, I fucking love these geezers.
Welcome
warning, all our fans on Facebook.
Welcome to Cab Chat, the taxi trade's favourite podcast and the greatest taxi podcast in the world. Coming up in this week's show, we're going to be talking about the London mayoral elections that are actually happening as we record the show. Also the local council elections, the May Day protest at Islington Town Hall against low traffic neighbourhoods that happened on Saturday just gone. Uber apparently wants to put 25,000 more drivers on the streets. Uber pickup points in Soho due to no access in the roads. Are these actually ranks? Panda Auto in China, and they're an eco-ride hailing service. And we're going to be asking the question, have TfL's private hire licences got out of control? Seeing TfL vandals picking up all over Kent in areas they are not licensed for. Also, Bailey's bus. We're going to be talking about Bailey's campaign bus and what's wrong with it. Silly Khan wants to help menopausal women, and there's still a lack of enforcement for taxi-only e-chargers. Also, we've got contributions from Dropkick Rick.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What's happened to him, Bo?
I don't know. We've got nothing else at the moment. So,
Captain Birdseye.
Yeah, Captain Birdseye. Uncle Albert's probably been sent out to the Jersey